Welcome to Annunciation of the Lord. It's 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for the pastor's chat. So, Father Rob Arsenault, I'm the pastor here at Annunciation Catholic Church in Ottawa, Canada. And Wednesday nights, it's just I come on and chat about a few things that are going on. I have to say, it's been a bit of a, I was just saying to myself, it's a busy day. It was a busy day. We had, of course, Mass this morning, which we normally do, and adoration before that. So it starts about 8 o'clock. And then we go to for Mass, and then we had 200 students coming from a number of different high schools from the parish, some with special needs and some with that, and we kind of working together on carving pumpkins. So it's kind of a neat little kind of reflection about that, and about just coming together and faith, and it's kind of neat actually. It's nice to. We didn't have a lot to do with that. We're just having them here. We're just kind of hosting, but it's neat to see that many students. They're really good. I have to say that a lot of instructions. You know, I got to carve pumpkins and getting people into teams, and they handled it quite well. And they did it outside, which thank God the weather was nice enough because a little less mess. But great to have them here. Great to have them here. And from there, I had to go to an executive council meeting with the Companions of the Cross, which is something I do with our community on our council. And that's always full. There was lots to talk about. There always is. And from there to just a meeting with a friend who's a friend of our community who helps us with some finance and things. And we're talking about a property that we have. And again, just a different kind of talk about, how do we maximize it and what do we do with it? Race across town to say Mass for the Catholic Women's League. They're installing me as their new chaplain, so that's one of my new roles here this year. And so we just had that to celebrate Mass with the ladies, most of which I know they're all parishioners, so that's kind of nice. Just gave them a little blessing at the beginning of their meeting, and then popped in here, like literally maybe 3 minutes before I went online. And tonight also as well, we're having a group meeting with us. They're preparing for baptism, their children being baptized. And also the youth programming, they're meeting as well tonight, and they had I think a bit of a social meal, and then they're having a little bit of praise and worship in the church, and the whole notion of just again seeking God's wisdom for what's happening in our parish, what could be happening in our parish this coming year. Now you put all that together, that's not a bad day. I think at one point I was celebrating Mass. I knew Father Sebastian was upstairs with the youth, having dinner with them and getting ready to do some prayer with them. And Father Daniel was heading into the bit of an issue. So it's always a startup is a lot, and it's a lot to kind of get your head around. But we're here, and again, and it's nice to have an active parish. And I guess talking about last time we had 3 alphas running simultaneously, which is pretty amazing as well. But what I was going to say is, it's funny, I was thinking, what am I going to talk about then? I just told you my day kind of thing. There's lots going on. But I'll post it. I think I'm going to try to post it online. Is a little video I took sailing on Monday. It's the last sail of the year for me. Those who know me know that I'm a pretty active sailor. When I was in Halifax, I was actually in a racing program. And now it's more recreational. It's almost a bit of a pustinia for me, a place I go to be a little quieter and to sail in, but also to kind of reflective, and it's just out near Kingston, Ontario, where I grew up. Actually, went to high school there, and that's actually where I learned to sail. Actually, ironically, in the same kind of waters, that little corner of that under Amherst Island, a place called the Brothers. There's 3 islands there that's where I was sailing. I went around Amherst Island actually, and about a 6-hour sail, and flew spinnaker for a good 2 hours at the end of that, which is a pretty good time for me. The need for recreation. We live in such a beautiful part of the country. I think all of Canada. I've lived in most of it. I was born on the East Coast, and I love Prince Edward Island and time I spent in Halifax, and that was it's kind of a ruggedness, but the island is even a little more gentle with beautiful beaches. But I love the ocean. I love the tides. My dad was in the Air Force, so we spent time on the West Coast, and it has a similar kind of. The Pacific has a different kind of feel for me as a child, as I remember it. It was a little gentler as far as weather, but the mountains and the forests were just incredible. We did spend time in the prairies in Winnipeg, and that has its own kind of beauty. I spent time up north in Alaska and the setting sun, and it would last forever. And it was it has its own stark beauty as well. And now here in Ontario and into Quebec, when the leaves turn it's just magnificent. Like we're given this incredible treat. And this fall seems to have been particularly nice. Like it's warm. Like I was normally, I mean, I've sailed in October before, but usually I'm wearing a toque and jeans and a couple layers and a jacket on top of that and gloves even. And yeah, you're sailing, but you're almost paying a price for it. Well, Monday I was, shorts and a t-shirt. It was absolute glory. Beautiful warm day, kind of a perfect wind. The boat and I were getting along. We've been sailing all summer, so that's kind of neat. And just enjoying it. Ever won't be for 7 or 8 months. It won't be till May of next year. 2026 is the next time I'll probably be in a sailboat. And you never know. Maybe that was my last sail. It's hard to know, but just to appreciate it, and to be thankful for it that I get to do it at all, let alone on a beautiful day when I had pretty much the whole lake to myself. So I hope you do get outside, and appreciate the leaves in this time of year. A little bit of rain yesterday, so that kind of things a bit. I hope you go for a long walk along our river here, the Ottawa, or get up into the Gatineau. I think it's all good. It's all good. And the glory of nature often reflects the goodness of God. And to have those, things to kind of connect it. Now, again, we're not pantheists. We believe in Jesus Christ. We believe in the sacrament of the Eucharist and the church. And yes, that's where we normally would worship. But to appreciate creation and to see something of the Creator in it. And then again, the geese flying and the change of seasons. And before it's too cold, now I don't mind skiing, so I don't mind winter that much. But there's this kind of a real blessed time. I think like early spring and early fall are kind of my favorite seasons in a way. It's not too hot, not too cold. You can get out. It's warm enough without being expressively hot. And again, I just think it's a glorious time. So my dear friends, again, as we move into this new season of certainly into it's mid-October, Thanksgiving weekend, think about fall. But also, let's just appreciate, what we have in our country and what God gives us in creation. I hope you get a chance, whatever your thing is, mine's sailing, but to get out for a walk or bike ride or just driving with through the leaves. Like it's a good thing. Get that last round of golf in. Just do what you do. Close down the cottage, maybe one last weekend out there, and just really appreciate it. Appreciate it for the gift that it is. May the good Lord continue to watch over you. May the saints and angels intercede for you.